Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide, and I'm actually the developer of this unique creative content development process. I want to teach you how to create more engaging content to post on social media, more remarkable content for your sales pages, more amazing content that you're going to share on your email list, and all of that combined to reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, you are going to see some links. The first link that you're going to see is for my book I Just Did a Thing, and I go into the detail about the science behind why tapping into your creativity is going to help you with your content creation, as well as helping you make a great big change in your business or your life. And the second link below is going to give you information so that you can personally subscribe to the Create Your Business program and go through this process that I'm talking about in my videos. Learn about what it feels like to develop remarkable content in a supportive group online space, and see what happens with your marketing strategy when you experience these creative activities and really tap into your creativity. So today's video, we're gonna get even deeper into this whole email marketing thing. And I've done a couple of videos before, and I will put those links down below in the description box as well. But what I'm talking about today is, I think, the thing that you really want to know about when it comes to email marketing. How do I make money with my email list? How do I convert all these email subscribers into paying customers? So let's get into that today. Because I am sure that you have heard the expression, the money is in the list. And that is so true, because email marketing has a tremendous ROI, return on investment, including a low-cost startup just to get you going and set up on a program, whichever platform that you choose to use. But before going over how I'm going to show you how you can make money with your email, I want to make this super important point. Even though email marketing has an amazing and impressive ROI, meaning, the amount of work that you put into it and the return that you're going to get to it is really amazing, email marketing is a long-term gain. So building an engaged email audience, it does take time and it takes effort. And, so that's a main piece of this that I want to keep in mind as we're moving through this process. This is not something that you're just going to snap your fingers and you turn on an email opt-in and, set up your download and boop, I'm here to make a bunch of money. Because if you ever hear somebody promising that you're going to generate like an extra $5,000 of income from your email that you just set up a month ago after just a couple of days of work, it is simply not true. Because what is true is there are so many ways to make money with email marketing. And a lot of this will happen after you have spent the time and the effort to really build your list and to do it in a qualifying way. And your email opt-in is actually one of the best ways that you can qualify these people, because, as I always say, I would rather have somebody look at my email opt-in and say, no, I'm not interested. That's totally not me. Because I know at that moment that they've qualified themselves. And there's a good chance that if that that download and that information, that ebook, that checklist, that, fill in the blank, whatever your lead magnet is, if that is not something that they're looking for, there's a really good chance that they will never convert into a customer of mine. So I want you to keep that in mind as we move through these ideas. And I know there's a whole bunch of ways to make money with emails. So I'm just going to go through a few of these, especially for those of you who are just starting out with email marketing and are just looking for an opportunity to make some money with your list. All right, first idea. It's something called a tip jar. when you can add a tip jar to your email at the very bottom, like a PS kind of thing. So whether you've just started or you've been writing, your email newsletters for years, adding a tip jar to your emails, and quite honestly, a lot of your other free content, is an easy way to earn money from email marketing. And it's just about adding like a link, a really simple link to the newsletters, or an email sequence, or at the end of a blog post, or sharing this link on social media. It's just something as simple as saying at the very end of your newsletter, P.S. Are you loving these emails? Buy me a coffee and say thanks. So you link to the buy me a coffee to your tip jar in your newsletters. And quite honestly, a lot of email programs have that capacity set up where you can link to something like a tip jar. So it'll help you process the money without having to set it up through PayPal or setting up through any other kind of online money processing program. So there's one idea. And then there's another idea about the creating like a tripwire. And a tripwire is something that is basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. So a new subscriber comes in and they buy like a low price product or a low price something. And so the tripwire itself increases the chances of them buying more. So the goal of the tripwire is to get them in at this low price thing. It's kind of like it'll probably be something from, 10 to 15 bucks, like a low cost impulse type item, something that they don't have to overly think, something that they don't think, oh, do I have the money for this? Something really super easy, something that and I don't want to say it's really cheaply produced, because the goal of this tripwire is to make sure that it is a value, that it is relevant to what they're looking for, but it's a low cost item, because it makes it easier that when somebody sees this kind of offer, I guess impulse is really the best word I can use. It's not something that they have to think about. I don't have to check my budget. I don't have to look at my credit card statement. Sure, I can pay that $10 right now. So the idea with this part is you want to make sure that you're at least delivering some sort of quality. And this allows you to open the door to pitch your more expensive products or your more high-end services. And something like this could be as simple as an ebook, or maybe like a package of printables that you've done, a bunch of checklists, a bunch of planning sheets, things like that. Your product needs to solve some type of pain, and it's very clear to them. It has to be relevant to them. And so that is one of the great ways that you can look at doing something along those lines of selling a tripwire with your email list. Another idea is something called downselling. We've all heard of upselling. So I buy this program, and then, hey, if you want to do more, if you want to get extra help, here's a pay for this amount of money, and you can get a coaching session one-on-one. You can upsell it with an additional package. You can upsell it with a whole other program connected to it. But there's also this thing called downselling. And downselling, I know it sounds like the opposite of how to make money on your email list, but it's actually surprisingly effective. And it basically refers to the idea that sometimes a certain product or the upsell itself didn't work for somebody on your list. So maybe you have the opportunity that they're still a little interested because they're engaged and they're clicking on the links, but they're just not buying. So then you have the opportunity to offer them a different or a less expensive option that's still a fit. So it's about finding a way to offer the subscribers a different option when your original offer isn't connecting with them and their budget. So downselling, which is going to be different than a tripwire offer, but they're both really great opportunities for you to start making some money from your email list. Another fantastic way that you can make money from your email list is to set up an email course, a paid email course. These are really, really popular. I'm trying to say popular and profitable in there. Words are coming together. So it's one of the most popular and profitable digital products that are used by a lot of small business owners. It gives you the opportunity to share some tips, some tricks. You lead them through your free newsletter, through the whole process. I mean, they can get your free newsletter and get all this information, but when they pay for the email course, that is when you are teaching them something that they're interested in, something that is connected to your expertise. They learn a new skill. They can develop a workflow, a process, a system, something that they need some help with. So what I would do is, if you're interested in this kind of process, do a little research and think about what the people on your list and your audience, your target audience's pain points are. And then think about what would be a step-by-step process to overcome these challenges. So if you think about it from this perspective, folks are already interested enough to sign up on your email list. And once they're in their email list and they're actually engaging with it, this is one of those stages of the funnel. It's not the top of the funnel. It's more like a middle of the funnel, where they're in that consideration stage about whether they want to work with you, whether they want to use your business or not. And so doing something like a paid email course is something that's going to give them a little bit of taste, to know what it's like to work with you, what it could possibly be like, and how could they learn from you, what could they learn from you, and is this valuable enough that they would consider, doing an upsell, buying into your main existing original offer that you have. So if you think about it from that perspective, doing an email paid course is not so much about generating an enormous amount of income as much as it is introducing you and your work to people, with them just paying for just a little bit of money up front, just so that they can have some skin in the game, so to speak, and move it. And then they move through the email course. They take it at their own pace. So it's not like something that they have to show up for every week. They get to do it, on their own, sort of like a DIY type of situation, but they're still learning something, and there's still value there, and they will still connect it to who you are and your business. And then the last idea is try running paid webinars. Now, we always talk about webinars as a really great tool, especially for the awareness part of our sales funnel, the top part of our sales funnel. When we think about, casting a wide net and putting this information out there, and we want a lot of people to show up to our webinars. And then, of course, we're going to do some type of call to action. We're going to sell them something. We're going to get them to sign up for something, even if it's to sign up for our email list. But running a paid webinar, a paid workshop, is a different story, because this one is not just about capturing leads. When you run a webinar and it's got an entry fee, even if it's just a small, like, $25 or something like that, what you're doing is you are now stepping up that this is really important. This is so important that you're going to have that there's going to be an entry fee just for you to get on and get this Zoom link from me. You're going to be selling them some sort of advanced knowledge, some insights. So something that you can help people, upgrade their skill set, or learn something super valuable that's not available for free. And this is a great way to expand one of your revenue streams using your email marketing, because if you stay true to what's going on with your email subscribers' pain points, and then you provide them these valuable solutions to solve their challenges within this webinar, you have moved them from just being engaged on your email list and just getting, a weekly email or a bi-weekly or however often you're emailing them, to engaging directly with you and participating one-on-one. I don't want to say one-on-one, because how many people are going to be in that webinar, but they're there. It's not just an email that's coming into their inbox. They can see you, they can hear you, they can ask you questions, so they can engage with you in that respect. And so you want to make sure that what you're doing is that you're sharing something that you are not offering for free elsewhere. And so this is a really good opportunity to start really moving people out of consideration into that decision stage, all through your email list. And so one of the important things that I wanted to share as I'm talking about all this email stuff is, it is important to consistently deliver this high quality value for your audience, especially those who have opted in and given you their email. Because when you look after this, you can then take take some of the ideas that I shared with you today about paid webinars, downsell, the tip jar, doing a tripwire offer, all of those kinds of things. You can experiment with all of these different ways to make money. But remember, the effectiveness of the method that you decide to use doesn't just depend on what you do, but it's also how you set this up. And you set this up with an intentional, purposeful way that gives them solutions that they're looking for. And then your email list is something that's going to help them improve their businesses and maybe even their lives. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creative content development, I hope you'll hit the share button and let's keep this conversation going. And if you're just done with doing this on your own and have been looking for help with your marketing strategy, I would love to see you join us in the Create Your Business Group program. You will get personalized feedback on your current content marketing efforts. We can help you with your sales pages, your email sequences. We can help you with any ideas that you might come up with regards to how you can make money with your email list. The group is there to help you work through all of your ideas. And you get to participate in an online exchange of ideas with other like-minded business owners to help you maintain a steady flow of engaging content and to develop your marketing strategy. You're going to stop working in a solo bubble, and this is your chance to work in a collaborative space to get help with your current content marketing efforts. So the link is below for you to learn more about the Create Your Business program. Just look for it in the description box. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.